We're back to living in our van, and this time we're taking it to the coast of San Diego, California. We're setting out with the goal to bike the 24-mile-long Bayshore Bikeway, starting from our campsite on the beach, through downtown, on a boat, all using our trusty Lectric e-bikes. Sounds like the perfect day. But the real adventure begins when things start to go wrong and we find ourselves stranded in the middle of downtown San Diego, 12 miles away from the van.
All right, well, we've had a wild change of plans.
We're being a little reckless with the amount of driving. We are currently about 7 hours into an 8-hour drive to the coast. We left VanFest and the Utah desert a couple days ago at this point. This seemed like perfect timing to go and do this pretty cool, famous bike path. I've heard it called the Bayshore Bikeway. We've never been to San Diego before, but we thought it would be fun, so we're making a huge detour. We booked an RV park for tonight, and on our way there, we're driving through like what I think we're gonna be on tomorrow for our bike path. And so we're kind of scoping it out as we go. I'm starting to get a little nervous because this is a really busy road.
All right, I would be lying if I said I didn't miss the place we were just camping in near Utah, but I feel like it's really hard to beat this.
Wow, we're on the beach. While I got started cooking veggie burrito bowls for dinner, Jimmy took on a small van renovation project where he was adding vines to our string lights. It was starting to bother me when we got back from Europe and we saw the van with fresh eyes, and I saw our Ferry lights hanging across the wall, and when the lights aren't on, it just looks like an exposed copper wire. And I can't unsee it now that I've seen that, so we added some extra vines to kind of like make it feel a bit more cozy.
We already had some in the back that Natalie had crisscrossed and added to the lights that we've had since like day one of the build. And we kind of just wanted to match it along the rest of the van. It is kind of a lot, but like I think it looks good and I think it will grow on me.
It might be a lot, it might be a little extra, but that's fine. If we like it, that's all that matters, right?
And thank you for those.
So that is a wrap on dinner, and I think we have done enough van projects for the night, so we're gonna pick you up in the morning when we're gonna be prepping for our bike ride. Good morning. We could not have asked for better weather for this. The high today is 71 degrees, and there's not a cloud in sight. For this ride, we're taking our Lectric XP Lite e-bikes, and since we just drove from 8,000 feet of elevation all the way down to sea level, we're gonna air up our tires a bit before we go. Ready?
Yeah. All right, was that a good warm-up?
Yeah, that's so much more fun, like, than walking.
Wow, we just started and we've already got to get off the bike. So we're starting our bike ride on Silver Strand Beach, and we did end up getting an RV park just so we have a safe place to sleep, but they're in the middle of doing a bunch of construction, so we decided to move out of it first to actually start the bike ride. There's like actual heavy machinery driving back and forth and beeping, and so we came up the beach a little bit for some quiet. But all in all, it's gonna be a 24-mile round trip, partly on proper bike paths, and then other times we'll actually have to be driving on the main road, which usually I wouldn't be too nervous about, but it's like San Diego and it's pretty busy here, so we'll see. We're gonna get this thing going, and I think the first stop we're gonna do is a nice coffee break at the end of the beach near Imperial Beach. All right, here we go ahead. All right, we're doing it. Yeah. We're officially doing it.
Just stay on the road.
Yeah, please stay on the road. Oh my gosh, Natalie, stop looking back here.
Okay. Sorry. If you've been watching our channel for a while, then you probably already know how much Jimmy and I love our Lectric e-bikes. We've taken these bikes everywhere and they let us go to places that otherwise we just wouldn't be able to get to. They're super fun, we love the color, and every time we go out, we get compliments on them.
Yeah, they're foldable too, and so we put them in the back of our car.
Seriously, like, we can't take them to a grocery store without somebody asking us, hey, where'd you get those bikes? Lectric has been with us and supported us since the very beginning of our van life journey, all the way back when we were still traveling in our schoolie. Jimmy and I both have the XP Lite bikes. They're the smallest and most compact version, which fits us perfectly, especially with our decision to store both bikes underneath the bed in our van. They're both foldable and weigh about 45 pounds each, which for an e-bike is incredibly light. So light that I can set it up by myself. The small version that we have has a range of 40 miles if you use it at the lowest pedal assist option, or a range of 15 miles if you use nothing but the throttle. With the amount of pedaling that Jimmy and I do, we find that we usually land somewhere in the middle and we get between 25 and 30 miles out of them between charges. But they also have a long-range battery option if you want to try and push even more miles out of them. Lectric has been working hard at creating a pretty diverse lineup of e-bikes. In addition to the XP Lites that we have, they've also got a cargo bike, a trike, the XP 3.0, which is the most popular. And now they've even announced a rugged off-road X-Peak bike. For the whole month of November, they are running their Black Friday sale, which includes a ton of discounts and a whole bunch of free accessories. So click the link in our description below to check out Lectric's selection of e-bikes and find one that fits your lifestyle. For our first stop of the ride, it seemed fitting to get a quick caffeine fix by Imperial Beach. Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sweaty am I?
2.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We got a while to go though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that number up.
I ordered a nitro cold brew, and Jimmy's not really a coffee guy, but he got a protein donut, which he shared with me.
We're like 5 miles into this thing. We've got about 20 miles to go, and I am realizing just how big the bay is. It kind of dawned on me that we're going around the entire thing.
Right now, this has got to be the closest that Jimmy and I have ever been to the Mexico border.
It's pretty exciting. I went on Google Maps and I can even see the beach border and see people playing on either side of the border on the beach. I'm sure we'll make it on the other side eventually, but this is the closest we've ever been so far. You lead the way, even though I have the GPS. You almost fell there, didn't you?
I'm actually pretty good at dismounting the bike that way, but I usually do the other side of the bike because it's close to the kickstand.
It gets you. That's why we have these.
Exactly.
Just in case. It's kind of fun having these like interdispersed locations that we're aiming for. Like Natalie planned the whole thing, so she knows where we're going. And she picked out this really nice bay park to go to second. And I feel like it splits up the ride so well. We're about like almost 10 miles in, so almost halfway.
Yeah.
And it's so pretty here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We're like facing a bunch of sailboats. These 10 miles have gone by so fast.
Do you want some ice cream?
I might need some real food first.
Yeah.
Our next stop should put us in downtown San Diego, and it's gonna be a good one. We're obviously off to a pretty smooth start here, but our next few miles would have us biking on the main road with the super busy San Diego traffic.
All right, we're about to go on the road for real this time. Wish us luck.
Jimmy and I are reasonably confident e-bikers, but cars and heavy traffic add an extra layer of chaos that, if I'm honest, makes us a bit uneasy.
All right, well that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we nailed it. And that's when we noticed the air shooting out of Jimmy's back tire.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. It was a piece of glass. I mean, it's gotta be a bike shop around here, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right, well, we've had a wild change of plans. It would not be our luck if something didn't horribly go wrong.
That we were not prepared for.
Yes. On that last stretch of construction road, I must have run over a small piece of glass and my back tire popped. It was leaking air pretty fast, and I think at this point it's done leaking and it's just flat. So there's a bike shop a little less than a mile from here, so we're just gonna walk the bikes to it. Natalie could just drive, but
I don't want to leave him.
thank you.
Luckily this happened where we're less than a mile away from a bike shop, so it's really not that inconvenient. I was just really expecting to have lunch soon.
Yeah, it happens.
Before this happened, I'd planned for us to stop by a local taco place for lunch and then check out the murals at Chicano Park. We figured that by stopping at the nearby bike shop, it wouldn't derail our plans too much. But unfortunately for us, it wasn't quite that simple.
They should be open.
Hey.
Hey, am I in the right spot? Is this the Bike Revolution?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
What's up?
I've got a popped back tire, and I was hoping maybe you guys could help me out with that. Well, you guys were the closest bike shop to me.
Do you happen to have a tube?
I don't have an inner tube now.
Don't have one either. San Diego Bike Shop on C Street's the closest one compared
San
to here.
Diego Bike Shop. Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, fun update to the flat tire saga. The guy we talked to, he's actually closing this shop for good, so he can't help us.
Even though the first bike shop couldn't help, he did give us a good recommendation for another shop that's in the center of downtown.
Better take in the sights what we can.
The sad news is that it's a 2-mile walk in the opposite direction and the sun is getting low, so we'll have to visit the taco place in Chicano Park some other day.
You back today or?
Preferably, yeah.
Okay. Maybe like an hour and a half from now.
That's fine, that's totally good. Help us for a second.
Where you kids riding today?
Back to Coronado. That's where we started. We're doing the bike path.
Okay.
Like the bikeway path. Pop
Did
the
you
flat-
recharge at any point?
No,
It will make the full 40?
it will, yeah.
Here's right back there.
Sweet, thank you. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again.
You guys are a lifesaver.
Literally, yeah.
Once Jimmy's bike got a fresh tire, we headed to the next exciting part of our journey, which was riding the ferry back to Coronado to continue the rest of our bike ride. And since this ferry ride is how most people start the Bayshore Bikeway, they even had bike parking on board.
The guy at the store was super nice. They weren't even sure if they could fix my bike today, but they got it in under an hour, so I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, that bike shop totally saved us.
Love you.
Love you.
How are you feeling?
Lucky to be here.
To put it in perspective, this ferry goes until 9 o'clock p.m. every hour on the hour, and it's currently 6? Yeah. So if we were out late enough, we could have missed the ferry.
But we managed to get it right at sunset, which might be the best time to ride the ferry. We weren't planning on being out here after dark, but thankfully our bikes come equipped with a headlight and a taillight and a backlit screen. So honestly, they're built for this. This whole bike ride back, it's been totally pitch dark since we got off the ferry, but I can tell it looks really pretty. And I can smell the ocean the whole way back. It's just like a peaceful, slightly chilly nighttime bike ride along the beach.
We've made it back to Silver Strand Beach, which is vaguely where we started. And we're using a lamppost for light because it has gotten pitch dark out here.
I thought that we would be back in time to cook dinner and then have a sunset picnic on the beach.
She wanted to get in the water. That's how she wanted to finish this adventure, was to jump in the water. Yeah, which I'm not doing because it's getting really cold really fast.
Also, we're not supposed to get in the water here because they test it and they say that it's not sanitary to swim in, so...
Yeah. They said something about it being sewage water. I don't really know what that means.
Look out for glass, Jimmy.
Home sweet home. That was like surprisingly a long ride. Really fun though.
Yeah, 24 miles.
Almost on the dot. Okay, so check this out. I started with 446 miles and I'm at 469. So if I'm doing math right, that's 23 miles.
And that doesn't count the 2.5 miles that we walked the bike when your tire went flat.
All in all, really good day, really fun day.
Honestly, I feel like we got to see more of San Diego because the bike tire popped. Everybody we talked to today, so nice. Everyone's just super friendly. Everybody waves back and smiles, like, dang. And those guys at the bike shop, like, they were busy. They had stuff to do, but then they were able to accommodate us and help us get back on what we were doing. And
yeah, this is an awesome experience. San Diego has been awesome, and this was our first time here, and so I think we're gonna be able to leave it with a great first impression. All right, well, with that, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
bye.